Welcome everyone to this video, where we'll be discussing the highlights of the WWE SmackDown episode from October 20th. In this opening segment, Paul Heyman takes the floor to address Jimmy Uso's recent appearance on Monday Night Raw, attributing the loss of the tag team titles by Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes to this interference. He also announces that Roman Reigns will defend the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at Crown Jewel. He then talks about LA Knight, mentioning that he is a fan of him as well, but predicts that he will be crushed by Roman Reigns. LA Knight makes his entrance. He engages with the crowd and playfully intimidates Heyman. He insists that Heyman should leave, questions his destination, instructs him to speak, and then abruptly orders him to be silent. All the while, he emphasizes that Roman Reigns made a mistake with the spear last week, as if you're going to target LA Knight, you need to ensure he stays down. This promo effectively builds up the match, especially considering that Roman is once again absent. For the first match of the evening, Montez defeated Santos Escobar by pinfall. It was a promising match highlighting the talents of these two wrestlers. Ultimately, Angelo Dawkins took care of the rest of the LWO members outside the ring, which prompted Santos to deal with him. However, this distraction allowed Ford to execute a roll-up on Santos to secure the victory. After the match, Dawkins and Ford beat down Escobar, but Carlito rushed into the ring holding a chair to drive the Street Profits away. John Cena is in the ring. After greeting the sold-out crowd in San Antonio, he mentions that he has achieved something challenging today. It's been 2,002 days since he won a televised match. He also admits he considered retirement, but due to the crowd's enthusiasm chanting, "You still got it," he hints that it's not in his plans and that it's time for him to turn things around. He states that the next person who steps into the ring is a fool because they're about to get smoked. Solo Sikoa's theme plays, and he enters the ring. The two men lock eyes, and Cena delivers the first blow. Jimmy Uso rushes into the ring and hits Cena with a super kick, but a masked man pulls Jimmy out of the ring, and unsurprisingly, it's Jey. The two brothers fight at ringside while security agents try to separate them. In the ring, Solo attempts his Samoan spike, but Cena counters with an AA. Cena celebrates, and the Bloodline members flee to conclude the segment. It's always a pleasure to see Cena, and we're eagerly anticipating his next one-on-one match. We're also looking forward to the Jey vs. Jimmy match. A quick note to ask you to like the video and subscribe. It's always appreciated and essential for the channel. Thank you so much. Backstage, Jey Uso is surrounded by two security agents in a room with Raw General Manager Adam Pearce and SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis. The latter informs Jey that he will receive a fine of $10,000. Pearce suggests the same amount for Jimmy, who caused trouble on Raw. Nick Aldis doesn't care about what happened on Raw, he's only interested in SmackDown. He instructs security to escort Jey out of the building and requests the same for Pearce. The latter naturally takes offense and warns Aldis, "Let the game begin." You can feel that Survivor Series and the classic Raw vs. SmackDown rivalry is on the horizon. Logan Paul steps into the ring and reminds everyone that he won his boxing match just 6 days ago. But if he's looking for a real opponent, he might find one in WWE. He mentions that he has already defeated Rey Mysterio, but Rey possesses something he wants. Rey Mysterio makes his entrance and tells Logan Paul that he reminds him of his son, Dominic. However, he won't hesitate to kick Logan's behind. Rey Mysterio accepts the challenge. It's a relatively calm promo exchange between the two men. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory defeat Cameron Grimes and Dragon Lee via pinfall. Theory manages to execute his A-Town down on Grimes for the final pin and secures the victory. Grimes appears to be lost in the SmackDown roster. Let's hope Dragon Lee doesn't follow the same path. In an interview with Kathy Kelly, Kevin Owens expressed his dissatisfaction with the abrupt separation from Sami Zayn. Despite his contentment with the fresh start on SmackDown, he maintains a lingering bitterness about the situation. Kevin looks forward to confronting the Bloodline, as he believes there are unresolved issues to settle. He also anticipates exciting matches against Rey Mysterio or Sheamus, referring to them as new opponents to face. Kevin Owens is determined to establish SmackDown as the new home of the Kevin Owens Show, and wants everyone on the roster to take notice. Moving on to our main event, we witnessed Charlotte Flair taking on Io Sky in a match for the WWE Women's Championship. It's great that this match is the main event of the evening. The match concluded with a fairly solid heel finish. Charlotte delivered a powerful big boot and a spear, but Bayley intervened by placing Io's foot on the rope. Flair then went on to attack Bayley, sending her crashing through a table. While Dakota distracted the referee, Charlotte Flair delivered a spear to Sky, but inside the ring, Io Sky was waiting for her with her championship belt. Flair launched herself into a spear right into the belt. Sky made the pin and retained her title. After the match, Damage Control launched an attack on Flair, but Bianca Belair made her return. She targeted the faction and managed to execute her KOD on Bayley. Flair and Belair celebrated to conclude this episode of WWE SmackDown. Tonight's show was rather good, though it didn't reach exceptional heights. The standout moment of the evening was LA Knight, who put Paul Heyman in his place and sent a strong message to Roman Reigns. The rivalry between Jey and Jimmy Uso also captured our attention, as well as the beginning of the Raw vs. SmackDown storyline that is taking shape. Lastly, the return of Bianca Belair was a significant moment, reminding us how much we had missed her, even though her absence only lasted 2 months. That's it for this video. Did you like this episode of SmackDown? Let me know in comments. Thank you for watching and take care.